There will come a time where you will reach the point of exhaustion, and you will want to give up. The question is, will you? Well, Rich's reply has always been a big fit no. In the last episode, we went through Rich Froning's early life and his debut in CrossFit Games. His journey from a high school baseball player to becoming the fittest man on earth has been awe-inspiring. But that was just the beginning of his remarkable story. In today's episode, we will dive into a whole new chapter of his CrossFit career. As Rich shifted from individual competition to team tango, we will cover his endeavors, challenges, and achievements. Welcome to Rich Froning's Inspirational Journey, Part 2. The 2014 Games shook things up for Rich's CrossFit journey. The player didn't do well in some events, particularly the triple three. Heat exhaustion got the best of him and he walked instead of running, finishing in 37th place.
He's definitely struggling and wants to know where everybody else is at this point.
He did outshine other events though and won the 4th consecutive CrossFit title, but it was like a light bulb moment for him. He realized that he was done with the whole individual competition gig. Instead, he wanted to be part of a team, so he waved goodbye to individual games. But before we head to Rich's team adventures, we must go back in time for a moment. Remember the Mayhem Garage? The barn we mentioned he used to practice in?
Dad put that little pull-up bar we had. It was like super thin bar.
It turns out that Rich converted it into a CrossFit training gym in 2012 after his 2nd consecutive victory. He named it CrossFit Mayhem. And boy, oh boy, the gym got popular. It quickly started attracting aspiring CrossFit athletes and fitness enthusiasts. In 2013, the CrossFit Mayhem team took part in the CrossFit Games but only managed to finish in 27th place. However, it rose to fame in 2015 when 4-time CrossFit Games champion Rich Froning, the owner, retired from the individual competition and joined his own team. Rich named his team CrossFit Mayhem Freedom, assembling a group of exceptional athletes to compete alongside him. Together, they redefined the concept of teamwork and dominated the CrossFit Games, winning the team competition in 2015, 2016, 2018, and 2019. Let's dive into the 2015 CrossFit Games first. They took place at the StubHub Center in sunny Carson, California from July 21 to 26. Mayhem Freedom made an impressive comeback. After Froning switched from competing individually to being part of a team, Mayhem Freedom made strategic changes. They added talented athletes from outside their gym, creating what people now call a super team format. This became a popular tactic for teams wanting to challenge Froning's strong teams in later years. By the way, if you're curious about the reason behind Rich's departure from individual games, the previous episode has your answer. Back to the topic now. Besides Froning, the 2015 team of Mayhem Freedom had James Hobart, Matt Hewitt, Kristen Reffitt, Ellie Kabord-Kircher, and Lauren Neal. If you're not aware, when a team moves from the Open to the quarterfinals, only 4 people remain for each team, 2 men and 2 women. The selection is based on top scores. Although people doubted their abilities compared to other powerful teams like NorCal, Ute CrossFit, and Invictus, Mayhem Freedom showed their strength by winning 5 events and consistently finishing in the top 5. NorCal CrossFit was also a tough competitor, but unfortunately one of their members, Miranda Oldroyd, injured herself during the clean and jerk event, tearing her ACL. That was a tough blow for their team. But thanks to this injury and Rich Froning's determination, the Mayhem Freedom team won the Affiliate Cup of 2015. In 2016, Mayhem Freedom was on fire. They had the same team, but with Lindy Barber instead of Lauren Neal. They rocked 7 out of 16 events, getting 100 points in each. Froning won again, making it his 6th victory in a row. They scored an impressive 1,224 points out of 1,600, beating 12 Labor's CrossFit by 119 points. It was total domination by Mayhem Freedom. That year's team events included Team Murph, Buddy Swim, Triple Deadlift, Climbing Worm, Worm Sprint, Triple Double, Bermbach, Sprint Relay, and Double Slug Bob. But the big moment came in the final event, where the teams had to do pegboard ascents, thrusters, and lift weight. The last event, 16, was a piece of cake for Rich, while others were already exhausted and sweating hard to win the 2nd place. 3 pegboard ascents, 21 thrusters followed by 2 pegboard ascents, 15 thrusters and then 1 pegboard ascent, 9 thrusters, and lastly, 135 pounds. Just talking about these events is exhausting, but Rich, being the star athlete, completed them in a breeze. Mayhem Freedom showed total domination and won again. After a double victory in the past 2 years, the team was ready for a third win. However, there was a change in their lineup. James Hobart moved on, and Rich Froning's cousin and longtime training partner Darren Hunsucker joined the team. 2017 wasn't Froning's year at the CrossFit Games. Mayhem Freedom came in second place, losing to Wasatch CrossFit. The entire team was devastated, especially Rich. But you know what they say, a setback can light a fire. Rich once said, "I won't quit till I'm dead, and even after death, I'll burst from my coffin and train like a freaking machine." It turns out that Rich truly lived by this belief. So, despite failure, he didn't give up and emerged even stronger the following year. In 2018, the team format had a big change, going from a 6-person team to a leaner and meaner 4-person format. This led to the birth of 2 super teams, Mayhem Freedom and Mayhem Independence. Froning came back strong, teaming up with Hewitt, Barber, and Persevich. They were on fire, finishing in the top 10 in 10 out of 11 events, and guess what? They reclaimed the title of Fittest on Earth with a fantastic 112-point lead over CrossFit Invictus X. Froning and his team proved once again why they are true champions. Meanwhile, Independence, their other team, also put up an impressive performance, finishing 4th. 2019, yet again, was an absolute triumph for CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. Froning, along with Dre Strom, China Cho, and Tasia Persevich, was an unstoppable force. They captured a jaw-dropping 819 points out of a possible 900. And get this, their lead over the second-place team, CrossFit Krypton, was a whopping 198 points. Now that's what I call absolute domination. In 2020, COVID-19 canceled the team competition at the CrossFit Games, but Mayhem Freedom used the time to grow stronger. They returned in 2021 with a new lineup, dominating with 1,237 out of 1,300 points and winning gold by a massive 279-point margin. Go Team Mayhem! In 2022, with Samuel Cornoyer on the team, they continued their winning streak. Bagging 7 event wins out of 11, they secured Froning's 10th Games title by a solid 65-point lead over CrossFit Oslo Navy Blue. Mayhem Freedom was an unstoppable force, making history every step of the way. However, just like any athlete, physical abilities have their limits, and the days of top performance are bound to be limited. And our beloved CrossFit star, Rich Froning, also had to face this reality. Retirement is a tough decision for any athlete, and it was no different for Froning. His announcement that he won't compete in the 2023 CrossFit Games is a big moment for the sport. Fans and competitors will surely miss him, as he's been a constant presence in CrossFit for so long. But fear not, Froning hinted in his statement that he's not done with CrossFit entirely. He's excited to stay involved in coaching and mentoring young athletes. His expertise will continue to make a positive impact. Froning's health was also a factor in his decision to step away. Dealing with a shoulder injury for the past 2 years made competing unpleasant, and he wants to prioritize his well-being and family time. Even though he won't be competing, Froning's legacy in CrossFit is remarkable. His impact will be felt for generations to come. And who knows, if his health allows it, he may still participate in other events in the future. Beyond his athletic achievements, Rich is a devoted husband to his wife, Hillary. Together, they have built a strong and loving relationship, supporting each other through life's challenges and triumphs. After a long struggle with infertility, they adopted their 3 children, 2 girls and a son, and are living a calm and peaceful life. The career of Rich Froning provides valuable life lessons that we can all learn from. It teaches us to accept failure, maintain strength, work hard, and remain focused. His example inspires us to delve into our inner selves, push past our limits, pursue our aspirations, and aim for nothing but the best. Rich Froning is a CrossFit legend indeed. But beyond the accolades, his legacy lies in his unwavering character, ability to inspire others, and embodiment of CrossFit's true spirit. As his journey continues to unfold, his impact will resonate for generations to come.